This is Paul. He wants to buy a shirt. He knows exactly what he's looking for. This one looks good and is even discounted. Okay, the website address is a bit weird, perlinswelf.de. It seems to be some kind of offshoot, but the price is unbeatable. Payment is by credit card only? Okay, Paul's fine with that. A bit strange, they charged him an extra €5. Oh well, still a bargain for a Lacoste shirt, so it should be fine. 2 weeks later, this is Julie. She runs a small glass-making workshop by Lake Constance, specializing in beads. An unknown number calls, the 10th time this month.
Hello, I wanted to ask when my Lacoste shirt will finally arrive.
Your Lacoste shirt?
Yes, I ordered it from you 2 weeks ago, and it still hasn't arrived.
Can you tell me the website where you ordered it?
Hold on. perlinswelf.de.
That was the website address for years, with photos of her beads and details of her medieval market visits. Julie Googles the name of her site. The first result is this website. This fake shop offers no real deals. It's a scam. Criminals are trying to steal people's money through online shopping fraud. For this story, we traveled to Berlin, to the office of the investigative journalist from Die Zeit. We're here to talk about fake shops, and in this case, it all started with Ronald. I'm Ronald from Hamburg. My job title is IT security consultant, and both at work and in my free time, I like to look into other people's computers. Ronald is a cybersecurity expert. One day he stumbles upon some data, a backup of an online shop's configuration data. Not very interesting at first, but then he finds another one and then more. They all look very similar, and only then did my interest get piqued. Hundreds, even thousands of data leaks were very similar, found on various domains on the internet. He then starts digging deeper and discovers online shops. But they don't seem to be real shops, though he still doesn't understand why anyone would do this. Why there would be thousands of fake shops. So he brings in backup. We were sitting at a table, chatting about life, when Ronald opened his computer and said, "Look at this. Are you interested?" He showed me an online shop, a very basic Uniqlo store. He thinks he's found a few thousand of them and suspects they might all belong to one gang. What interested me was that just before, my daughters had tried to buy Doc Martens online and were thrilled with the low price, so each ordered a pair for €40, which is pretty cheap for Doc Martens. They paid €80 total, but no shoes ever arrived. So fake shops were already a topic in our family, and I knew that fake shops were a big problem on the internet. I was immediately interested. Ronald and Kai decided to dig deeper. To understand what's happening with this network, we placed a test order. We didn't use a real credit card because we feared the data would be stolen, so we used a so-called canary credit card, like a canary in a coal mine. If it's used, it sends a warning that someone is trying to use the card, but no money can be taken. At first, nothing happened, just an order confirmation, no charge, no delivery. But a month later, there was a warning. Someone tried to withdraw money multiple times. That's when it clicked, and we understood how they make their money. This suddenly made the topic much more interesting. Ronald digs even deeper, gradually revealing a huge interconnected network. He discovers that all these thousands of online shops use the same software, which at first doesn't mean much. They identify thousands of domains running on hundreds of servers, all seemingly linked in one network. Hundreds of servers are not managed individually. There are systems in the background that handle this, and there is a central system linking everything together. This is all connected to one actor. When your team sees this, what goes through your mind? Wow. Ronald discovers even more, uncovering employee lists, job postings, checklists, and billing documents, all in Chinese. The documents refer to a company in Fuzhou, China, listed in the Chinese Business Registry, suggesting they've been running online scams on an industrial scale under the guise of a small business for years. And now, all their trade secrets are in Ronald's hands. We named this operation Bogus Bazaar. How does this gang operate? On the gang server, we found manuals that explain exactly how these shops are set up and what they do. With Kai's help, we could trace exactly how this fake shop business works. First, build a website. Here you see, it's a WordPress site. This is what WordPress looks like behind the scenes. Using these documents, anyone can easily create their fake shop. It explains in Chinese with images what to click and where to enter things. The group primarily uses WordPress, which allows them to quickly create websites and the necessary infrastructure. They copy content from real stores, scraping images and brand logos automatically, not manually, but on an industrial scale. They repeatedly target brands like Nike, Adidas, Crocs, Lacoste, and others to keep their content up to date. They build their own pages using these images. The website text is automatically translated with phrases that don't quite make sense in German, like hot sales. But the most important thing is the discounts. Prices are set 20, 30, or 40% lower than on the official sites, enough to make people eager for a good deal, but not so absurdly cheap that it looks suspicious. I spoke with many people, and they often explained, "I thought it was a clearance of last year's stock." Second, the domain. Setting up a fake shop requires an address that's easy to find on Google. Registering a new domain for Lacoste, for example, is challenging because brands have many global websites. Search engines like Google get suspicious when a new Lacoste shop appears and don't rank it highly. The solution: dormant but unobtrusive domains that still rank on Google. They monitor released domains, check if they have enough search images, and then re-register them under their names. To avoid suspicion, they place the URL name under the logo to make it look like some sort of reseller. Third, the payment system. The weak point in any fake shop is the payment process. This is where customers are most skeptical and where banks and PayPal may intervene. The solution: the group created a two-step system, disconnecting the shop from the payment. First, you enter your credit card details on the site, but get an error message. Then, you're redirected to a separate site for payment, such as via PayPal. This system allows them to keep the business running. The group uses the card data themselves or sells it to other players who trade stolen credit card information on a large scale. Through this model, Bogus Bazaar has set up 76,000 fake shops and scammed over 850,000 people. In the last 3 years, they've taken in over 50 million euros, primarily scamming customers in France, the USA, and Germany. Despite so many victims, this issue is often seen as minor by police due to the relatively low individual loss amounts. However, if you've been affected, you should report it to the police. The more people report these cases, the more likely the authorities will respond. Fake shops remain lucrative and challenging to combat effectively, suggesting this problem will be with us for a long time.